Hi everybody, I'm Annie Passanisi, Happiness Advocate, and I am here today to talk to you about choosing happiness, which should be totally obvious, right? Happiness is good. Did I just totally blow your mind? Happiness is good. It is the cousin of all other positive emotions. Bliss, hope, faith, all of it. It's all lumped in there with happiness. And yet, when it comes to choosing it, a lot of people simply don't. So, why not? I've talked to about a bazillion people about their relationship with their own happiness, and I've found that some people are really hung up on one of 6 main misconceptions about happiness. So I want to take some time today to tell you what they are so that you can avoid them at all costs. I don't know where we got the idea that happiness is like a teeter-totter. That due to some physical property or fear of scarcity or something, that if you're happier, somewhere, someone else is sadder. That is entirely and completely untrue. A lot of people, especially caregivers, are hung up on the idea that happiness is somehow selfish. Actual happiness is not gloating, it's not rubbing it in, and it's actually been shown scientifically that the more you're living and owning and choosing your happiness, the easier it is for you to elevate the moods of the people around you, so they start living better as well. So like I said, it's not gloating, it's not rubbing it in, it's not showing off how happy you are. It is experiencing an outburst of highly infectious joy. And the best part is that everyone benefits. Pie in the sky thinking, Pollyanna-ing, cockeyed optimism. All of these things are not what we're talking about today when we're talking about choosing authentic happiness. Actual happiness is realistic. There's nothing unrealistic about it because it's not about ignoring the negative things in your life or the things that stress you out or the things that you'd like to change or the things that are less than perfect. It's not about putting blinders on. Actual happiness is not about grinning and bearing life. It's about grinning and dealing with life. So therefore, choosing happiness is simply choosing to deal. Growing up, I watched a lot of TV Land late night reruns, and one of my favorite shows was The Facts of Life. The Facts of Life theme song goes like this. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both in there, you have the facts of life. And those girls were completely right. All of those negative parts and all of those bad moods are just a fact of life. Everything is about cycles. You're going to have great days, you're going to have not so great days. It happens. And you have to acknowledge that. Anybody aiming for happiness 24/7 is a little unrealistic. And we just said that real happiness is not unrealistic. So you might want to get with the program here. That happiness is not a constant state. But you can get more of it in your day-to-day life. If you're experiencing a negative emotion right now, good for you. Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, positive psychology pioneer, says that if you're not experiencing negative emotions from time to time, you are either a sociopath or dead. So congratulations, you are human. I got an email today that said, how to be 40% happier. That was the subject. So I thought, ooh, and opened it up. Lo and behold, it's a coupon for a 40% off sale for a clothing store I don't even like. Sorry, advertisers that sent me that email, but I don't think that that's actually going to make me happier. The Beatles said that money can't buy you love, and it also can't buy you happiness. Happiness has become a buzzword in marketing. It's promised here, it's promised there. Order this sandwich, get a free side of happiness. Not so much. Although spending money on a life-changing experience has been shown to elevate your happiness, the day-to-day trinkets you may buy aren't going to increase it more than momentary stress relief. Not even this crisp, cool, clean, delicious Diet Coke. Nope, still about the same as I was. Hippies, I love you, but you kind of screwed things up for the rest of us. Sometime in the mid-60s, when you were trying to levitate the Pentagon, everyone around you decided that peace, love, and the pursuit of happiness was entirely countercultural, anti-establishment. And that's totally untrue. Actual and authentic happiness applies to everyone of all nations, all cultures, all genders, religions, sexual orientations, faiths, everything. It transcends culture, so it really can't be countercultural. And as for anti-establishment, need I remind you Americans that the pursuit of happiness is guaranteed us in the Declaration of Independence? But it's the pursuit of happiness, not happiness, the pursuit of happiness. So in order to be truly American, you are required to choose it. And for those of you outside America, we stole that from the French. So it's more of an international thing than you may think. This is the argument I get into most often. Someone says to me, "What do you do?" And I say, "I'm a happiness advocate." And they say, "Get serious. These are desperate times, and desperate measures must be taken." And I say to them, actually, all those desperate measures are what got us in this desperate state in the first place. Be serious. Well, I'm here today to tell you that happiness is serious. Positive psychology is the study of happiness, the scientific study of happiness. That means it's science. That means people in lab coats with fancy machinery spend a ton of time and a ton of money doing all kinds of crazy stuff with thousands of people over decades just to show you that happiness should be prioritized. Here's some of the things that they found. Happy people maintain better relationships. Happy people are more likely to get hired. Happy people are more likely to hold on to good jobs. Happy people make more money. Happy people don't fight as often. Happy people are generally more peaceful. Happy athletes play better and win more. Happy people live longer. They actually live longer because their organs and brain function better. And the most startling of all is that your happiness, choosing your happiness, doesn't just affect you. Happiness spreads in social networks like a virus, and it goes out to 3 degrees. So that's your best friend's mother's best friend. You may never even meet. They are affected by you. You have the potential to create lasting social change, and all you have to do is choose your own happiness. I don't know what's fluffy about that.